It's what's the time? 10 p.m. sharp. I made those clips that I showed earlier a while ago, maybe 8 o'clock or something. I've been up since 3 in the morning. It's about time I get some sleep. But in the meantime, right before I do, I wanted to just make some notes about what's gone on. I felt so happy when looking at the phone, even though it's got a little bit of a sticky substance on it. It's not ripped, it's scratched, it's not, it's just sticky substance. Along with it, I bought me a charger base for my my watch because I don't have a charger base for every single device that I currently have. I don't need it, but I felt really unhappy because I've lost it, even though I bought it today, and I now have no money. The bank balance is on £0 and 0 pence, and this is not an exaggeration, although I'm not going to show proof of that, of course. This poverty ends this month. This extreme level of poverty ends this month, and I could see the end result of living above my means, not through necessarily excessive spending, full stop, but rather spending and not having any money coming through the job, for example, because I haven't yet had the paycheck, but it's soon to come around the end of the month. It's as per usual with every other job that would be out there, unless that's contracted in a different way and you get told otherwise. But yeah, this is it. I'm now acting on the fact that I have been wanting to make a fitness-oriented business. I said I wanted to do calisthenics. I'm not sure if I'd actually do that in the gym, because I'd be working in the gym in order to keep the job outside of my contracted hours, specifically when working through the company. It's so fresh. Like, I haven't even put a sim in there. I've got one, I bought one, but it's currently just pay as you go. Oh, look at that, you can see me in it. Hey. But yeah, I think I might get another one of these just for personal use, because I don't want to be carrying this thing around everywhere. Unless I'm making videos, this thing here is a blooming PC of a phone. Yeah, this is a phone. That's a PC. This right here, this iPhone XR I'm recording on, is a PC. It does help with filming videos, editing videos, and uploading videos, but it's not really a phone anymore, because it can do way more than a phone's supposed to do. To call people, to text people, and maybe to play Snake. But other than that, that's it. I saw some older phones. I wanted to get an older phone, but I didn't speak up. I should have used my words. But yeah, this is fine. This definitely will do. And now that I bought this, I can compare what the new ones are like versus the older ones. These newer ones. This is a Nokia 150, I think. That's what it said in the packaging. I don't think it said 10S. It was a 105. Usually, I remember the Nokia 3310. I used to have one of those, but I lost it. I was thinking, I really hope that they have a charger, all solidest. They've got one. All I need to do now is to probably just clean the back, and because of that sticky substance, clean the back. This is really difficult to get off my fingernails. It's painful. So I think I'll probably have to use a knife, maybe a blunt one. But yeah, I just need to stick in the sim I've got. I've been remembering the number, but I don't know what it was, as in the sim number. But yeah, I'm now acting. I smile, and definitely did smile at this because of what it means to me, or rather why I bought it in the first place. This here was a £25 investment, along with the charger and the handbook, everything. Yeah, it was a £25 investment. The SIM came free because I bought the phone, I think. And although I lost the charger for my watch, I'll just get myself a better one in return by when I get money coming in. Yeah. Anyway, this is a major event because it's no longer like how I thought off camera. It's no longer a matter of only thinking. It's not just thoughts anymore. That's what I was trying to say, and that's what I thought off camera. I thought that way, word for word, in the past when doing moving on with a personal trainer, like buying the course, the level 2 gym instructing course, which I now am using. Yeah, imagine that. I need to do more learning for the PT exams that I've got coming up next week, I think. Yeah, I really do want to pass. I don't know if I can, but I definitely will try. Anyway, I think I'll just clean off the back of this, and then I'll, in the meantime, just enjoy what this means to me. This is the phone line. Yeah, because I'll be enjoying it right now because no one's giving me conflict on it. Yeah, no one's chatting shit on this phone. I mean, not yet anyway. I was thinking, do I make 2 lines? No, I'm not gonna make it 2 lines. I'm not gonna make it. Reason being, I don't want to have to constantly monitor 2 phones for business. I'd rather just the one. And I feel happy that I'm gone out my way to prepare for it before I've gone and legally class myself as self-employed, because when I do class myself as self-employed, I don't have to think about such things like what line am I going to use, what email am I going to use, that sort of stuff. Don't have to do that because now because I'm preparing now, I know that I would be doing this legally, this self-employed thing, in a few months when I get my level 3 personal training qualifications. So it makes sense that I start preparing for it now, not only in thoughts, but in action, like through buying this phone. This is going to be the phone line. Yeah, no distractions on it. I'm not trying to play Snake. It's literally just to interact with people sooner or later in this business. Yeah, this is what we'll be doing. A whole load of texting, a whole load of texting, a whole load of calling. Yeah, I'm just getting used to it now. I know how to use this. I've had a Nokia in the past. I know how to text on this, even though it's not the same as the iPhone or the Android or the tablet. That's completely fine. Sometimes I prefer the older ways of going about things. This is a replica of the 3310, I think, or something similar. Hence, I say the older ways, even though this is, in terms of when it was produced, as far as I'm aware, is actually pretty modern. In terms of when it was made. Oh, it's really difficult to get back on, to get the casing back on. It's really difficult because I've got no fingernails, so it's painful. So I'm just gonna put the SIM in there and then put the battery in there, get it charged, and see it come on, see it come to life. Well, see it turn on. It's not an animate object, so I can't say that. Well, not literally anyway, but yeah, this is it. This is the major event that I wanted to document because for future reference, I'll be able to look back at it and see like where I made myself end up. Now, on my face, it looks like I feel happy and maybe hopeful, but in reality, even in the state of fatigue, I know that this, I definitely could fool myself with this feeling because, in the sense that the way how I feel now about the idea of acting or doing what I've been wanting to do for perhaps over a year, doing a PT business or something like that. Now that it's finally coming to action because I've now bought the phone, I've got a phone line for this. Even though I don't have credit, not yet. I bought a pay-as-you-go SIM for that. I might not always, I'm bound to not always feel happy about how things are going with the business, and I'm bound to experience some adversity with it, which I have planned for from a financial perspective, but from a burnout perspective and mental health perspective, I haven't yet planned for that, and also from just a physical health perspective too, in terms of me getting my exercise done. I haven't planned around that, but I've set months before legally classing myself as self-employed to just about start setting up the business, or as far as I'm aware anyway. Yeah. So I've given myself an ample window to get things done. Like 3 months. I've given myself to carry on, not to start, but to carry on acting on these thoughts of doing what it takes to get this PT business up and running, which I can then transform into whatever I want, maybe close down this first business to then open up another one to do what I'd want to do. Truthfully, I don't want to only work I don't want to work in a conventional gym really, but in order to keep this job at the gym I'm working at, then it's a must, have to. On the premise I want to keep it, that is. I'd rather work it, I might rather work in a calisthenics gym, especially because I want to do calisthenic stuff, even though I don't mind having personal training sessions myself, even though I'd have personal training qualifications so that I'm being coached with my goals to do what I want to do. At this point, I'd be having something to do every day, something to get up for that I pay for, which I could use as a form of motivation to keep on going, because I'm obviously investing in myself through paying for things to help me move forward. For example, personal training sessions through the gym I currently work at with one of my colleagues, but I'd just be off duty. Calisthenic sessions with people I wouldn't be working with in the place I found. Swimming sessions, maybe even driving lessons for now, and then I'll also a whole load of sort of vehicle lessons as well, which I'll be doing. I want to also do motorbike lessons, learn how to drive them, ride them, my bad. And pilot lessons. I think the idea of flying a plane and flying a helicopter would be transformative. The word I had on my mind was cool, but that's an understatement. Transformative. I'd imagine there'd be a lot of adversity there, like potentially near-death situations in which I'd have to stay calm because like the fuel might run out, or one of the turbines, one of the things at the front of a plane, or one of the things at the top of the helicopter that spin around, propellers, that's it. I think they might start ripping apart or something like that. Not that I want to get into such a situation, but what I'm saying is I like to learn about that sort of stuff as well, but not now. In terms of financial situation, right now, I'd want to get a car first. Learn how to maintain and keep a car to then be able to drive over to do my helicopter lessons wherever they'll be. I found places that do that, but just not yet. Later on. I want to get used to doing what I'm doing now, and then I could further build up. I don't want to run before I could crawl. I did that in school. I'm not wanting to do that again. I've done that in school. I've done that even this exercise journey by trying to do a whole load of pull-ups, but not actually doing the reps, like 100 pull-up sessions, maybe body weight, for example, and not doing it. But through trying to run before I could crawl, I'm now finally getting on my own 2 feet, metaphorically speaking. Like I'm starting to really now living a high quality of life. My mum would tell me that I'm not doing anything, and tables have turned. Tables have really turned since moving. Not in the sense that she's told me, oh wow, you're doing a lot. No, I don't. My parents don't go out of the way to constantly congratulate me with what I'm doing. I, for the most part, stay fairly silent because I won't want them holding me back as they did during school times. I've learnt my lesson. I'm not going to talk too much beyond health and safety stuff or anything like that, because as far as I'm concerned, that's what they need to know. As for my growth as a person, that's on me. That's for me to know. And if I do want to disclose that information through it being health and safety oriented, for example, then I definitely will. Yeah. If I were to say be living by myself, which I'm not, then that'd be a different story. I probably wouldn't be talking to family, perhaps at all, let alone as much as I am now. For the most part, from the past, I'd say me and my family, I'm going to reword that. My family and I, no, I get on, or we get on more, we being me and my family, more than in the past perhaps, but I still wouldn't want to interact with my parents in particular because they're still complaining, and I still don't like how they treat me sometimes. Still feel fairly angry at that, intimidated sometimes, particularly with my dad because he would threaten me. It's happened again. He's threatened to put his hands on me by saying, if I forgot what it was word for word, but something about me ended up badly hurt. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being in such a place with such a person who threatened his own son. But although I know some parents have threatened worse, some parents have done worse. I mean, I didn't get beat. Regardless, I still think my feelings are valid in order to not feel scared of my dad, which I'd say even to this day I might still do. My heart skips a beat out of fear when I see him. Every time, that's not an exaggeration. I should learn how to protect myself so I can feel more safe in the house. That implies I feel unsafe in the house sometimes. My heart does skip a beat and out of fear, and I think that's the sign of that. That is a physiological response of me feeling that fear. But as I learn how to fight, then that won't be a problem. I wouldn't learn how to fight specifically to be confrontational with my dad, especially unnecessarily confrontational, but it's up to me as an adult to learn how to feel safe. That isn't an adult specific thing. It should be within human nature to want to feel safe in the place that they're eating, cooking, sleeping, shitting on a daily basis. I think that's within human nature, and I want to follow through with that because I don't think, especially with everything I'm doing and the way of life I'm going out my way to build for myself, I don't think I should have to live with such fear that deep down, maybe subconsciously, that if whenever I see my dad, he could actually act out those threats that he's made to hurt me physically. No amount of sorries can undo that. I don't think saying such a thing is forgivable. However, what I can do is go out my way to prepare myself for war. If anything like that were to happen, then I know I can protect myself, because I might not be in a position where I can pick up my phone and call the police. It might be like a right then situation where I'd need to do that, because he might have acted out on his threats. Not that I think that he's in the mind state to do that, but I want to protect myself regardless, because he's threatened that, and I think that's enough of a reason. He's threatened to hurt me physically, and I think that's enough of a reason to learn how to protect myself, regardless of whether he was saying that strictly on anger. He definitely can be he definitely can have a short temper sometimes, especially if he doesn't get his way. If he doesn't get his way with things, unfortunately, and this unfortunately is the person that I have to call my dad, but I can decide to think differently, and I can decide to do differently, and in order to do that, and my way of doing that is learning how to fight. I want to be a black belt, but I say that, but would I be willing to do what it takes to get a black belt in a martial art that I want to try out? I have my eyes set on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That is what I have. That's what I thought of doing, but I forgot why. Maybe because I like the grappling style. I really don't know. I'm just making up a reason right here, right now. My plan is to actually be multi-skilled in order to learn how to protect myself to survive, because one style, depending on how competent my opponent or opponents would be, might not be enough. In order to fight, for example, a group of individuals, seekers, I have been jumped once. Not that I got physically hurt, but I got approached by 4 individuals in a hostile manner. I want to be prepared for such a situation, although I don't go out my way to cause trouble, not in the house or in public, but that doesn't matter to me. I think the fact that it happened once is enough of a reason for me to want to prepare myself for such a situation, because I never want to once again feel half a year of paranoia and potentially undiagnosed PTSD looking over my shoulder, because I'm thinking the deepest or the darkest of thoughts that I might get killed. Even though these were some teens, I heard that the person who I offended had a brother that stabbed someone in jail, and I felt scared from that. Scared shitless. Although other people might not have, in a combination with the fact that the kid, approached me in such a hostile way, I felt paranoia and potentially undiagnosed PTSD for a minimum of 6 months. I've learned my lesson from that situation. I'm not going to go out my way to just let that happen again, and things have happened since, but from this specific situation that I've spoken about, I have, even from the more recent situation, was able to mentally recover from that way quicker. And there's another one actually that I'm thinking about that was way worse than being approached in a hostile way by 4 people, 4 of those kids. Way worse, but even still I recovered quicker, and I think I'm just gonna avoid that area that I went to, because it really does just seem like an unpleasant place. But I could definitely, from that experience, trust myself that I know how to avoid danger, even without trusting my ability in knowing how to fight. Even though I've had a couple of boxing lessons here and there, I haven't had any consistent combat training because of money, because of a lack of money. However, I'm going out my way to change that. And in order to change that, this is my plan, roughly. In order to run this business, which I'll partially do with this phone, shout out to the phone, I'm even learning the phone number from the sim. I plan to be doing the hours under the gym that I'd be contracted, which would be part-time. Then, in the meantime, I'd be working on the PT business in the gym. That'd be for a few hours, and then I'd be doing a freelance video editing job, which will also be, which I help pay for the rent, and also the rent I'd have to pay at the gym because I'd be working as an independent business. That's just how it works for gyms. Yeah, in this business. I'm even thinking about it in real time. I think I would have my business both in and out of the gym, honestly, in which I PT people both in the gym and in different environments, such as maybe outside where you just do bodyweight workouts, or maybe I have some equipment I bring with me. I mean, there's this towel instructing qualifications in which you'd use your body weight through and channel that through the towel to have, like, for example, I weigh 85 kg and I'd be able to put that force, or quite a bit of that force, that weight, through the towel to someone for someone else to do their workout. That'd be interesting. Just get a whole load of qualifications, not towel instructor related only, but a whole load of qualifications. Just keep on learning, keep on learning, keep on learning. That's the plan. Yeah. All right. So that is what's going on, and with that plan, acting on it. I mean, I've got the phone line, as I've shown many times. I feel very happy about, at least for now, anyway. I think in order for to deal with conflict, there's a book that I read in the library today about, it was based on blogging, and that in fact would be another one of my sources of income that I could use, and also going out the way to sell journals which people can write in. I've got to write this down because otherwise I'm going to forget. I've thought about income sources so many times, but yeah. I'm just going to write down quickly. Alright, contracted hours under the gym. And then I've even just thought of doing coaching sessions as well online. So I'm going to just call it PT business, gym sessions, outside of gym, e.g. I've got some ideas. Types of sessions. Got some ideas. Right. I'm still going, you know. Right. So, with these sources of income that I've thought of, there'd be a lot to maintain. However, I could just take an amount that I can deal with, which I feel stress free about. I'm not necessarily stress free, but I wouldn't break down from. Yeah. Okay, so there's that, and um, okay, so there's that, and then one more. Okay. Um, oh, it's more of a brainstorm, if anything. Not that I want to follow through with everything. I forgot what the other one that I wanted to have was. Right. Well, there's that. If I did follow through with everything here, that would be way more money coming in than I have right now, but that might be at the cost of my mental health and shortening my lifespan. So I'm just gotta be careful. Okay, I'm still going. Just bear with me. Alright, that will do for now. So, very basically, I have quite a few plans. I'm not going to show them though because there's confidential information on them, but yeah. Cheers to following through with at least some of them and becoming more financially healthy, which I even thought about as I was writing the notes down with in terms of like how I keep that going. And I think I'd have my own mentor, I'd have my own financial advisor. I've got to write this down. What else? What else? Right, that's it. I'm done. So I've got a whole load of ideas, and I plan to act them out. Now, I'm not gonna have to worry about income. I'm gonna get to a place. I'm on the way to get into a place where, although I won't feel happy about my financial situation necessarily, I feel at peace with it, knowing that I don't. I'm not in constant adversity, like every single day, potentially on the verge of getting overdrawn and having to ask family for money. I'm sick of it. I'm so done. Like, I've been at this point. Now I'm getting to a point where I'm starting to depend not on family, starting to not depend on family for having money come in, because I'd have, because of how many hours I'd be working, I'd have benefits and also the wage from the gym. So that's what I've got right now. That's not two sources of income though. That's one source of benefits, of government benefits from Department of Work and Pensions, and one income source from the gym. However, I've got mini ones, but they're all from the same source of fitness for the most part. So they are like one, two, one, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 different sources. Now, although that might be possible, I don't think it'd be necessarily realistic for me to actively, no, not all of them are active, but for me, for the most part, to actively work on like 11 different sources of income. I'm not expecting myself to. I'd just be wanting to go through with maybe only some of them. And that way, from a financial perspective, in terms of income, I wouldn't be deadbeat fucking broke throughout different periods of the month, because I wouldn't just be getting the one paycheck. I might be getting, I'd want to dot them out throughout the month, throughout each month. That way I'm getting a little something coming here, I'm getting a little something coming there. Same way I'd be getting, I'd be putting a little something out through spending every day. I'd be giving money back, was my wording. Yeah. Every day I'd be spending a little bit, and I'd want to get to a similar point with income. To me, it just makes sense that I do that. To, if I'm constantly taking out, it makes sense that I constantly put back in. So even just the idea of it and being able to feel at peace, no longer being in financial adversity every single day, is thought I feel happy about. It seems pleasing at most. But I've got to end it here because the phone's on less than 10% battery. So I'm going to leave it there. I feel so happy with how things are going. I can have a massive smile on my face knowing that I'm going in the direction I want to. So cheers to making it happen, and cheers to listening to my body and not decreasing my potential lifespan through burning myself out and potentially getting health issues, which I heard someone from YouTube said that they were getting like with lack of sleep because they were doing so much on their own with their own personal training business, or no, not personal training business, but something else, due to not outsourcing any of the work, which I might have to do because of how much I'd have. I've got how much I'd have on my plate. I've just got to be careful with not having too much. Anyway, that's it. I'm gone. Cheers to this progress, and cheers to seeing where I'll end up in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, etc. yeah, peace, just bit by bit. I don't even really necessarily see these timestamps as milestones, just bit by bit as I'll be making more progress and seeing myself developing the way I'd want, and just get into a more ideal space, especially with money, because I've been experiencing financial adversity as an adult, my entire adulthood, even starting from my adolescence, from when I was only just having that savings pot of student loan debt that I hadn't used due to being in accommodation, and also getting the rebate from not being in the uni for however long I was. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah. Anyway, it was a while. It was definitely a few months. But anyway, that's it. I'm done. Peace. I've got to end this now before the phone just cuts out. Cheers to this. It's a major event. Now, I definitely will be getting my way out of financial adversity and lack of physical health through having to take care of my physical health a lot in order to keep up what I want to keep up. In order to not only just survive, but live my life to the fullest. I'll leave it on that note because I like that. Yeah, live my life to the fullest. I'm definitely getting there bit by bit. By chipping in to begin with, and then putting more in bit by bit. Chipping in with like this phone, for example, putting more in bit by bit. Anyway, I've got to go now. Peace. Otherwise, the phone will cut off and I might lose all of this footage.